quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Junior taking a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down.
watch him. He's going to set up. He's going to go for the. It fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
The All-Americans are lined up for the kickoff. Mills sets a return.
It was all offense for the South. Cooper King only had three incompletions. The West defense had 3 interceptions. That's the matchup I'm looking forward to.
And it should be a good one, and the first throw goes to Jason Johnson of the West as they get the ball first to kick off this one, where Lucier last night was 39 of 52 for 371 yards and a touchdown and an interception.
And I know Lucier is going to want a little bit more of an efficient performance, but just to be here in the All-American Championship game is a sight to behold.
It is play action, and throwing it underneath and breaking some tackles is Kozlov, going for a gain of 8.
Yeah, Ravada Kozlov is one of the two-headed monsters headed to Virginia Tech, where you currently are at, Jeff. And I'll tell you what, y'all are super excited to get Kozlov into the house.
Yeah, I think we're good to have both of these running backs here in the West squad. Thrown underneath, Luce connects as Johnson, his go-to receiver as of right now, gets another gain of 6.
Mike starting it off early, 300 bits in chat, and Lucier starting it off early, 3 for 3 on the night so far.
Imagine what you can do with David Ware for 300 biddies. 2nd and 4 to the near side, caught and out of bounds. That's Johnson once again, already 3 receptions here.
I'll tell you what, if David Ware saw the number of biddies that Mike just threw out, I feel like the show me your biddies t-shirt would be on the floor. He's waving around like a college girl.
He's doing helicopters right now. 3rd and 1, tight end going in motion from left to right. Lucier underneath, and that is caught in A. It's someone other than Johnson with a reception as Donnie picks up 11 and a first down.
And Johan Donnie, one of 2 5-star receivers for this West Newcomers team. Johnny, 100 bits in chat. OG, 100 bits in chat. James, 14 bits in chat. I believe we are actually into a level 1 hype train.
Donnie, 7 receptions, 65 yards last night in the victory. Lucier underneath and having to adjust and breaking tackles down the sideline. And that is a gain of 34 for big old Jason Johnson.
And 4 catch on this opening drive. Grid, 300 bits in chat. Johnson showing he's a little strong on the flat route. You see, it's not a very deep route. Lucier just taking the check down, but Johnson breaks 1 tackle, runs a little bit of a tightrope, and just gets a little sticky with it right there at the end, making the guy miss it. It's a 1st and goal for the West.
Yeah, Kate, you know a thing or two about getting
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
David Yates with the tackle, the 4-star going over to Notre Dame after this game is finished. Tight end goes in motion once again over to the right side. Lucier pocket is clean, rolls around and throws a pick in the interception, and we are going the other way to the 15. But that's the first turnover, and Lucier had 1 last night. Might as well get it out of the way here early here this evening.
Yeah, Bonifacio Ocasio jumped that one all the way. The 5-star corner headed to Iowa to get the interception right there. I'll tell you what, you say that name 5 times fast. Leland on a 25-game watch streak, 50% of the way, or 51% of the way through hype train level 1.
Yeah, let's get this train rolling here in Denver, Colorado. 1st and 10, play action. King gonna deliver it, and a little just a curl route for Reggie Hansen, picks up first down and 14.
And Reggie Hansen was one of the big targets last night for the ever-efficient Cooper King. Johnny on a 5-game watch streak. Smitty on a 25-game watch streak. Everybody's showing how much love they're giving to the CFSL tonight.
They are. We'll see if it can continue. 2 receivers to the left. King's going to keep it himself, low mid-Ryan Reed, but takes it to the outside. Picks up 3 yards before he's going to be tackled down.
Yeah, what's interesting about this game, Jeff, is that there are 3 generational talents entering the CFSL this season. All 3 are in this game. One on offense for the South, one on defense for the South, and one on defense for the West.
So you're telling me that the South may win this one. We'll see. That's why you play it on the field. Hand off to Gillespie as he picks up 2 yards.
Yeah, Gator Gillespie, one of the best named players coming into this recruiting class, headed to Tennessee. And I'll tell you what, people are saying that the South is going to rise again, but they got to get past this tough defensive West squad.
Yeah, they held the East to only 7 points in their victory last night. 3rd and 5. King's going to airmail this one downfield. Oh, adjusting for it and almost coming up with it is Reggie Hansen, but it falls incomplete.
And Cliff Booth there on the deflection, the 5-star out of Roswell, New Mexico, headed north to play for the Michigan Wolverines. And if you're Cooper King, one-on-one with one of your best players on the offense, I don't hate the opportunity. Mike, 5 gifted subs in chat to the community.
Oh, man, if David Ware had something with gifted subs, he'd be losing everything right now.
Yeah, Ben Costa, you're talking about Jeff right here. This is J-Nell, Jeff Melanish, and Jeff, you are a broadcaster of the year, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Really?
Nope, I'm not. I'm just here in the backside, just making sure everything goes smooth. As Lucier fires that one a little too high, maybe out of the reach of everybody, incomplete.
Yeah, Jeff, I'll tell you what, you're one of those guys that I'm a little shocked. You were damn good. You were one of the best ones when I came into the league way back in season 15 and 16. It was awesome to hear you call.
Hey, I've had to go up against some of the best, but I think just to be nominated, you're victorious. But that's going to be Kozlov with a gain of 9 as we get this back on the rails.
Yeah, Kozlov, again, he's really much a downhill runner. Getting him outside the tackles isn't his big game, but it can work.
Play action and another interception. Lucier is throwing it to the wrong team right now, and that is going to be a turnover in the South. They're set up in good field position. The interception by David Yates.
Yeah, Benjamin Lucier started out very efficiently, and he's making completions. It's just they're going to the other team. David Yates, like you said, the 4-star out of Tomball, Texas, headed to Notre Dame. Wookie's really excited to get a player like him in the linebacker backfield.
As Nate says in chat, come on, Trips, just hand it off to Kaz. Maybe that would have been the better play, that one, but Trips just loves throwing it to everybody. And that is going to be a sweep to the left side. The West had that red, but GG, I'm going to call him GG, picks up 6.
Yeah, Darren Daly brings him down, the 4-star out of San Antonio, Texas, headed to Oklahoma.
Gillespie again up the middle. Going to be a short gain. Gets 3, going to bring up a 3rd and 1, and we saw what happened with the West. They were able to tighten their defense up and get a stop on the South on their last 3rd down attempt.
Yeah, Ojivana, 100 bits in chat. We are through level 2 into level 3 on the hype train.
I want to see how high this hype train can go. It's going to be caught. King delivers a missile to Kirby, picks up 10 on a little out route. And Kate, I have to say, if you throw it when the receiver's is running it and they don't have to tighten up the sideline, that's a big gain.
Yeah, give it to your guy. Let him cut up field. That's exactly what you want to do, and Drake Kirby did a good job there.
Goomba gifting 5 subs to the community over their shoulder. Caught, touchdown. Wetzel with the first touchdown in the Southwest Championship game.
Yeah, Mike Wetzel, the 5-star tight end, headed to Clemson. It's going to be an awesome tight end matchup tonight. Mike Wetzel against Boone Owens, and Wetzel gets credit first. Ben Costen, 500 bits in chat. We are 42% of the way into level 4 on the hype train after those Goomba gifted subs and the Ben Costen bits in chat. I'll tell you what, last night we got to level 8 on the hype train, I believe, and it was really awesome in the first game.
But this is a championship game, Kate. We got to get higher than 8.
We got to get to. I think we should see double digits. I want to see some double digits.
Double biddies as well.
Yes, double biddies all the way.
And I don't think we've even seen a Cad Patch slant either in this game. So they're not. We're working all the hits here in this one, and we still haven't seen a slant yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, the South did a really good job last night of running the patented slant route. It's awesome. And the South offense was electric last night. The West newcomers, they scored on a lot of their drives, but they had 5 field goals. So they're looking to get touchdowns, not field goals tonight.
The Big K called game says, find Dante. He's always open. We'll see if Lucier can even find somebody. He is going to be hit. The pocket collapsed, and that's what you want to do to a quarterback, especially a freshman.
And Lucier does a great job there, staying alive in the pocket, moving his feet, giving his guys a chance, but he just couldn't get it off. Great coverage on the back end.
Little tight formation there to the right side of the formation. Lucier, after the play action, fires that into double coverage, and it's knocked away. But it could have been picked off, but Ocasio couldn't get that one in.
Stacy Smith, five gifted subs total. We're into 42% of level 5. Gene, 100 bits in chat.
Oh my God, we are moving up the ranks here. Lucier, just overshot his intended target.
And Lucier had a man behind the defense. Baby J, 3-game watch streak right there, but just a little bit too much on that throw. But if you're the West, you're kind of happy because a punt is better than an interception at this point.
Definitely is, and the South is just reaping the benefits now of good field position, and they'll have better field position. Not as good as what they had after the interception, but they're going to be starting at their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, Samaj Williams on the punt return. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, we have some time now. So what were some players that you think could step up in this one from the games last night?
You know, it's one of those things. The guys that stepped up last night were awesome. The ones that I want to see step up is this South secondary. I'll talk about it in a second.
Here we go. King all day to find somebody, and does outside a Quirk for a gain of 21.
And I want to see the South secondary step up with guys like Bonifacio Ocasio, Atticus Kilgore, Rollo Wood, and generational talent Renee Smith. I say that, but they've already forced 2 interceptions tonight, so they're doing exactly what I thought they would be doing. That is a star-studded secondary, and they're making noise early.
And you take a look, I mean, the South are doing this with a 4 and a 3-star at middle linebacker, too. So you know they got some power on the outside as Gator Gillespie picks up 7.
And it's going to be on the West front 7 to really slow down this. I don't know if you call it a 3-headed monster or a 4-headed monster. There's 3 5-star running backs on this South team on top of generational talent quarterback Cooper King.
We'll see if that, mile high, being in the high altitudes plays a factor here. But Quirk picks up 8. And gets out of bounds. That's a first down.
A good catch by Taylor Quirk, catching it, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. I mean, we're not playing the clock yet, or it doesn't stop the clock, but either way, it's a first down for the South, and they are moving like a freight train right now.
Well, the clock did stop as they had to move the chains, so you're kind of right there. I'll give you 50% credit on that one. As King's going to take off, he is going to fight and still upright, picking up 9. That's a big quarterback right there.
Yeah, Cooper King just showing why he's a generational talent and why the Alabama Crimson Tide are thrilled to have him running over opposing generational talent Red Hawk at middle linebacker.
2 middle linebackers in the middle of the field. Play action for King to the near side. Caught, and that's Kirby with a gain of 5. Dumps out of bounds. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up here for the South.
Yeah, the question coming into this one was, can the West defense do what they did last night against a much better offense? And right now, the South are controlling the game.
One safety in the end zone, looking like maybe some zone coverage out there, and that forces King to throw it away. Nobody open.
And I see the terrifying Western Kentucky mascot in the background. That is the stuff of nightmares, what he is doing right now.
Yeah, but it's not Cocaine Tiger.
I would rather have Cocaine Tiger.
I would rather have the Hilltopper, as that is going to be a run for Gator Gillespie. Picks up 4, going to bring up 3rd down, and Johnny dropping the 1,000 biddies.
1,000 bits right at the buzzer to see if we can get the high train to the next level. I don't think we did. We stopped at 75% through level 5.
I hope this is a run play. Tight end goes in motion. They're under center. No, quick throw. Oh, and throws it away. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal, and we'll see if they go for it.
Yeah, I'm not shocked they're going for this. They're inside the 1. You got Gator Gillespie or Max Archer in that backfield. Give it to one of them.
Well, we'll see. They're going to hand this one off. Can he get the edge? Yes, he will. Gator Gillespie is in. Had to get around the defender in Red Hawk, and he did just that.
Yeah, Hawk came through just a half a step too late. If he had come through earlier, he would have met Gator Gillespie head on instead of trying to bring him down from behind, and Gillespie's going to win that battle 9 times out of 10. The 5-star running back headed to Tennessee. He's going to take the SEC by storm, so SEC ADs, look out for Gator Gillespie.
Yeah, and just when you thought that maybe Tennessee was going to take a fallback there, Cade, losing Fulton, they pick up Gator Gillespie in the recruiting window, and now it's like, oh man, what is this now?
Yeah, they still have Fulton. Fulton's a senior, and Gillespie's going to be his. I'm assuming Gillespie's going to be his running mate this season. And then whenever Fulton does graduate after this coming season, it will be Gillespie's show. But either way, that is a dangerous backfield.
Maybe could be one of the better running back duos in the league, as that is going to be a run by Kozlov, fighting for the extra yards, and you like to see that, especially now with Lucier throwing the 2 interceptions. Cade, get it on the ground, start working those blocks, get that offensive line moving downhill.
Yeah, it's settling down the young quarterback. Give it to your big running back, let him run downhill, kind of calm Lucier down a little bit, and Kozlov just carrying defenders for extra yards.
See if they go back to Kozlov here, but they got 2 receivers, 1 to each side. Tight end going in motion over to the left side. Hand this one up, but Kozlov is met in the backfield and dropped as soon as he touched that football.
Yeah, Renee Smith, a generational talent safety who's playing a little bit of linebacker tonight. She just shoots that gap. Last night, 10 tackles, 3 TFLs. That's her first TFL of the night, 2nd tackle.
3 down defensive lineman here for the South. 2nd and 13 after the loss of 3. Play action to Kozlov this time. Lucier, plenty of time in the pocket to survey the field. He's going to lob it, and it's knocked away, incomplete, and reading it is Rollo Wood.
Yeah, the five-star safety out of Talladega, Alabama, headed to Auburn. Again, just jumped that one, and Lucier kind of hung it up in the air. Got to put more zip on it.
3rd and 13. Lucier is got to be knocked away by Smith, who is all over the field.
Yeah, Lucier looking for Boone Owens down the middle, but as I talked about it, Boone Owens is a big focal point for this West Newcomers team. The South knew that. There were 3 guys around him right there. Lucier's got to find somebody else open. Dante Reed, Johan Donnie, somebody's got to get open for Lucier.
Nice angle punch. Samaj Williams with the return for 8 yards. Now, I mean, this West defense has been on the field quite a bit, Cade. You got to think they kind of need a play here where they could get a breather.
And somebody needs to make a play. Somebody has to step up and force a turnover.
Play action, and King is just dotting this defense as Hansen picks up 18.
Yeah, just a nice, easy play action. There was a vertical route on the outside and a corner route by the tight end. And you see the corner right there, Marcus Sandoval up in press coverage. And maybe King was trying to get it to the corner route and overthrew it to the receiver, whatever you want to call it. It was a perfect window throw right there by Cooper King.
Hey, they don't ask how or why as long as it's completed. 1st and 10 here for Cooper King. But he's going to try to escape the pocket. He does not, and he's going to be sacked for a loss of 4. The first sack in this game, and it's Boone Reed.
That was Bone Reed right there.
Reed.
But yeah, Boone
man.
Owens on offense. A lot of Bone. Bone Reed out of Killing, Texas is headed to Oregon, the 3-star defensive end. Good job bringing down Cooper King and kind of, I wouldn't say stopping, but just slowing down this South offense.
Hey, I'm going to blame that on just missing an O. Maybe Bone Reed's parents wanted to name him Boone Reed. You never know. That one's thrown to the corner, but out of bounds, incomplete.
And Cooper King just didn't like what he saw right there, or he really liked what he saw and wanted to shoot his shot with one of the cheerleaders on the sideline.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Michael Scott.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. 3rd and 14. King is going to lob that one, and it is caught, and they're going to give Quirk the first down of 15.
It's a generous spot if you ask me, but it's a beautiful route by Taylon Quirk, running the out route right at the first down marker. There were 3 West defenders right there. Again, this is a game of inches, and Quirk got the last inch right there.
There's a joke in there about Nate Murphy, but I'm not going to go there.
I was waiting for someone to say something.
3 down defensive lineman for the West after the gain of 15. They're going to go back to Quirk, who had that reception, picks up 7.
Yeah, 4 for 51 in this first quarter for Taylon Quirk. Cooper King, an efficient 9 of 13, 122 yards. He already has more incompletions tonight than he had all of last night.
And don't forget, coming up next at 8:30 will be the Senior Classic, where we say goodbye for the final time to the Season 24 seniors as Quirk comes up with the first down catch.
Good job by Taylon Quirk getting that 1 foot in bounds as we approach the end of the first quarter.
Don't have to snap it if they don't want to, but maybe the South is going for the jugular. We shall see. They do get the play off. Free play here to end the first quarter, and that was going to be thrown underneath by Cooper King. Finds Salgado for a short pickup, and that is it for the end of the first quarter. It's been all South here in this one to start it off. 14-0 from Denver, Colorado. You're watching the Cfsl, presented by PXM Sports on Twitch. Franco Salgado picks up a gain of 3 as Jeff Melanish and K Pageant here from Denver. As Cooper King surveys the field and finds an open target, Inman picks up 8.
Yeah, Rain Inman, I'm trying to find that name on the roster, but either way, it's a good find by Cooper King. Oh, excuse me, he's a halfback. There, yeah, the halfback. Yeah. One of the 3 5-star halfbacks on the roster. Just haven't called his name carrying the ball yet, but again, Cooper King is really dishing it out tonight.
3 down defensive linemen once again. They bring some pressure, rushing 4, and they get to Cooper King, and that's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, they're going to say that ball was, his arm was going forward. Could have been called a fumble, but the West defense they need to force a field goal here if they want to stay in this game.
And we'll see. The South, they went for it on 4th down. The last time they were faced with a 4th down option to think about it, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, just airmailing it to the sideline. Didn't like what he saw. Only 2 of 4 on 3rd down are the South newcomers.
Looks like press coverage for these outside receivers. We'll see if one of them can get over the field. There's the pad slant. Picks up by Quirk for a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
The best route in the league, and it can never be covered. Talon Quirk running it to perfection right there. Tommy, it's a beautiful route. Marcus Sandoval bringing him down.
Gotta love it. Pistol look here. They're going to hand this one off to Gator Gillespie. As he gets to the 5, that'll be a gain of 5 yards. So 2nd and goal coming up here for the South.
Yeah, if I'm the South, I'm just going to turn around and give it to Gator Gillespie 3 more times until he's in the end zone. Even though they scored on 4th down last time, I don't want this to get to 4th down again.
Tripp saying to kill them and hold to 3. Tight end goes in motion. Under center is King. Drops back 5. Looking, corner cut, touchdown. That is how you try it up if you are the coaching staff. And the little toe drag swag by Mike Wetzel, his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, that was really close on that back line. He might not have gotten that foot down, but it's just a beautiful corner route by Wetzel and a better throw by Cooper King right on that back line. If they give it to him, it's awesome. Wetzel's 2 for 2 on touchdowns tonight.
If you're Alabama, you got to you're salivating here, Cade, at what you might be able to do with a Cooper King.
Yeah, I mean, getting a generational talent at any spot is awesome, but getting a generational talent at quarterback, it's a different level, okay? And especially after what Cooper King has showed us last night and through a little over a quarter tonight.
The return by the West, Jameel Brown picks up 24 on that return. What do you want to see here from the West? I know, this is like just an All-American kind of championship game type feel. But what do you want to see? I know that you're still competing on the field in this one.
I need to see Dante Reed, Johan Donnie, and Boone Owens catch a pass on this drive. You need to spread this ball around, Benjamin.
Gonna hand this one off to Kaz, trying to get to the left side, bouncing off of would-be tacklers, picks up a hard-earned 6 yards.
Yeah, and Kozlov, again, he's not really a great outside the tackles runner, and because of how strong he is, you want him in between the tackles, running downhill. The shortest point to any distance is a straight line.
You would make the math majors really happy with that one. That one's caught on a curl route by Donnie, picks up 18 and a 1st down.
Yeah, there's Donnie finally calling his name again. Nice little curl route right there, right at the line of game. Got to get upfield, getting some yards. His 2nd catch. But I haven't called Dante Showtime Reed his name yet. I know Wookie wants me to call him Showtime, but he's got to do something to earn that one.
Yeah, you don't put Showtime in front of anything in a nickname until you've actually done something. 2 receivers to the right. Lucier fires it. It's going to be caught. Johnson picks up a short gain of 5.
A good catch by Jason Johnson. Was the favorite target on that first drive. Finally, Lucier settling in again.
Under center once again goes Lucier. Kaz in the backfield who stays in the block. And good grief, as Smith just sent Dante Reed to the shadow realm.
Yeah, that's what we call a bang 8 route. You know you're going to come over the middle. You know it's only going to get about 8 to 10 yards, and you're going to get walloped at the end of it. But if you're going to get hit, you might as well catch it.
At least he held on to it. As he goes, probably went back to Lucier and said, "What are you throwing there, Barrow?" Lucier throws that one out of bounds, though, but it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's what we call a hospital pass. Dante Reed gets back to the huddle, kind of shaking off his shoulders, it's like seeing some stars a little bit after that one.
Draw play as Kozlov goes up the middle. He'll pick up 5. So brings up 3rd and 5. What do you want to see here from the West?
From the West, I want to see a good play call. I don't want to see a screen. I want to see something with some crossing routes and some routes that end at the stick just to get the first.
Well, they got no one in the backfield. Going to take a shot, and it is caught. Over the shoulder goes Dante. Showtime. Reed for a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about, because when you only need 5, hey, let's go get all 31 and go ahead and get into the end zone. Good throw by Lucier. Good job by Dante Reed. Just beating the press coverage, and it's just a lapse in zone coverage on the back end. I mean, you can't really run cover 2 when you got all these outside routes. Someone's going to be open, and that time it was Dante Reed.
And the safety just not able to get over in time into that deep zone. And that works twofold right there, Cade. You get the West defense a little bit of, you get them a breather on the sideline because they don't have to come out. But we might have a return, and it's a good one, just a couple yards shy of midfield, but it's coming back.
Yeah, you saw it right when the returner cut it outside. Max Archer just got a little too aggressive, knocked out the defender, or knocked out one of the kickoff guys in the back. Dreaded clipping call, backing up what was a great return by the South.
So instead of being set up at around the 48, 47 yard line, you're now at your own 18-yard line. So 1st and 10, play action as King delivers, and that is caught, and running behind the defense's Quirk, picking up 50, and just like that, one play, Cade, is all they needed to get that yard back and some.
Yeah, Taylor and Quirk, you see it. It's a seam route, and the safety on that side was coming down to the flat on a cover 3. You'd like to see him roll the other way. You want to roll towards the fewer sides instead of rolling down towards the more. But it's one of those things. It's just a great play call, great execution, and a good throw by Cooper King. And Taylor Quirk already over the century mark in receiving yards.
Oh, at this rate, he might go over 200 if the West isn't careful. That one's going to be thrown, and finding Wetzel picking up 12 and breaking off the would-be tackler for a 1st down.
Yeah, Wetzel last night, I believe he only had 2 catches. Now he's already got 3 tonight, and 2 of them are for touchdowns.
So he's going back to Cooper King saying, bro, you're messing up my percentages. Oh, stripped! Back on it. Gator Gillespie was stripped, but he falls on it.
And Ezekiel Guerrero right there just went in and said, that is mine. And Gillespie was a little shocked. That's why he dropped it. But I'm going to be honest, everybody was a little shocked right there. That play happened so quick.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that animation before.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Holy cow. And the South, they get the ball back after that one. And it just like that, they're going to pick up the 1st down. Salgado picks up 15.
Yeah, Cooper King says, thank you very much for not recovering that fumble. I'm going to go ahead and, when in doubt, corner routed out right there to Salgado, the 3-star tight end. He is headed to Clemson with his tight end running mate, Mike Wetzel. So Clemson getting some really good tight ends in this game.
2 receivers over to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Offset coverage except for press on the slot receiver. Handoff to Gator Gillespie. He picks up 9, and he held that thing like a loaf of bread.
Yeah, you want to get that high and tight if you're Gillespie. 4 points of contact on that ball, so that way it doesn't come out. But when you're getting 9 yards on 1st down, are we really going to complain?
No, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go back. But it looks like they got Max Archer. They're going to try it. They're going to pitch it to Archer, who is going to be tackled at the goal line. What a stand by the West defense, though. They do pick up the 1st down.
And I think Carson Clark's going to get credited with that stop. And yeah, I understand you're inside the 1. At some point, they're probably going to score, but you're at least giving your defense a chance.
Going to pitch this one to Archer. He's got the edge, and he has some blocks, and that is easy pickings on a Sunday morning right there. Gets into the end zone, and just like that, the South, they got helped out by Gillespie falling on that football when it was a fumble, recovered his own fumble, and now just needed 1:06 off the clock to pick up a touchdown.
Yeah, it is all South here in this first half. Their offense humming like a well-oiled machine, just like they did last night. And it's, again, this West defense did great against the East, but they seeming to be a little too big for their britches right now against the South.
So the South moving the ball downfield, and I guess that the break for the West defense didn't mean much. 28-7. And we saw Lucier lead the West downfield. Maybe some momentum, maybe not with the South scoring the touchdown there, but to close this one out with a 4 minutes and 36 seconds left. We'll see what Lucier decides to do under center. One receiver to each side of the formation. He drops back 5, throws it underneath, and that's going to be a short gain to Sherwood for a gain of 4.
Yeah, that's a good recognition by Lucier. You got a big D lineman in his face, fixing to bring him down. Just find your check down on the sideline and get some yards.
Going like 13 personnel, giving it to Kaz, who picks up the first down, finds 13 on the ground.
Yeah, Ravana Kozlov, 13 yards right there, averaging 8 a carry. I know the West wants to give him the ball more. I know you would love to see that. But when you're down 21, at some point, you're going to have to unhook the reins and say, all right, Benjamin, let's go ahead and get it back in this one.
And that's what he did on the third down play when he went for 31 to Reed. Throwing it underneath, that's going to be caught, but the defense swarming to the football. Good open field tackle made by Wood.
Yeah, good job by Lucier just finding an open man, but when they're bringing this much pressure and it's man coverage on the back end, somebody has to be open downfield. Try and find Dante Reed or Johan Donnie, maybe even Jason Johnson or Kai Mills. Somebody has to be open. It can't be captain check down tonight.
Cannot be, especially when you're down 21. One receiver to the left, 2 to the right, handoff to Kaz. As Ravana Kozlov picks up 3 on the ground, bringing up a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, good job by the South right there. They're getting the West out of their game script well behind the chains to where you can't run it as much as you want to with Ravana Kozlov and Neil Downs.
Empty set here for Lucier. Gets the shotgun snap, needs to get rid of it. Didn't find anybody open downfield and will be sacked by Jackson Montgomery.
Yeah, the 4-star defensive tackle out of Sosa, Mississippi, headed to the West Coast to play for the USC Trojans. He's going to get credited with the sack here, but it's more so better coverage on the back end. You call that a coverage sack. He gave Matt Montgomery a chance to go through his bull rush and just get there right when he needed to.
And so another punt coming up for the West, and barely taking any time off the clock either. And the way that the South offense is moving the ball, all they need is pretty much a second on the clock, and they consider it money territory. And a good return by Shamaz Williams, picks up 18 on that punt return.
Yeah, Samaj Williams, the 3-star corner out of Jacksonville, Florida, is also headed to Clemson. But you look at the stats right there, it's just been absolute efficiency from the South so far. Can someone on this West defense force a turnover? They forced 3 interceptions last night.
Gonna hand this one off to Gator Gillespie as he's got a gain of 9 on the ground. Tackle made on the play by Carson Clark.
Yeah, 10th carry of the night for Gillespie, 4.5 yards per carry. They're going to get him the ball a lot more towards the end of this first half and in the second half if this lead holds.
So 2nd and 1, tight end going in motion is Salgado. That one's going to be thrown, caught. The slant to Sharpless, picks up 17.
Just an immaculate slant route right there by Jay Sharpless. 1-2, puts his outside foot in the ground, cuts inside, and all of a sudden he's wide open, big chest. Yeah, that ball goes right to his face mask. Good catch by Sharpless.
Yeah, good job from Cooper King to put it on these receivers and giving them a chance to get some yards after the completion, and they're doing just that, helping their quarterback out a lot. As King is under center, Wetzel goes in motion over to the right side. King drops back, fires it, and that's caught. Wetzel picks up 14 on the out route.
Yeah, good job by Wetzel on the out route against man coverage, but a better job by Cooper King. Seeing the blitz, stepping away from it, and giving himself plenty of time to throw that ball.
He's doing that without gloves. Wetzel, give him credit. Tight end with no gloves on. And then look at that over the shoulder into the 2-yard line. The South are just dinking and dunking their way down this field on the West, and they have no answers on defense.
You know, my defensive end has no gloves and has nothing on him, and I've been told he looks kind of goofy, and I've been told that he needs drip. But when Mike Wetzel does it at tight end, it's just awesome.
Well, it's because maybe they just don't like you, Cade, which I don't know why they would.
It's possible. My player is a bum. He is a bum.
Hand off to Gator Gillespie, who's in for a score, and that is 34. Make it 35 after the extra point here in the first half from the South.
Yeah, 3 yards and a cloud of dust right there for Gator Gillespie. An easy touchdown. 5 plays, 64 yards. Just shows how explosive the South can be. And I'll tell you what, man. If this is any indication of what this season is going to be like with guys like Gator Gillespie, Cooper King, Reggie Hansen, Jay Sharpless, and Mike Wetzel. The CFSL might be in for some record-setting offense this season.
Going to be returned from the 5. You always got to be on record watch. And also, I mean,
I am.
It also, like, it wasn't that big of a class when you think about it, and yet there's still all these performances out here tonight.
Oh, yeah, and it's really awesome to see. And even though I'm going to be going against some of these guys this season, it's exciting to see the future of the CFSL play their first game.
Yeah, just imagine when, the Big 12 has to get ready for some of these matchups. The Big 12 is always crazy, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. 2nd and 7 here for Luthier, but that's going to be incomplete as the hit jars the ball loose.
Yeah, the Big 12 has been absolutely wild the last 2 or 3 seasons. I mean, we went into Week 8 last year with a 4-way tie for any one of us could have won the conference or finished 4th. So that tells you how wild it is.
It really is. Like, you guys are doing it like the real Big 12. You know, you're just keeping it going. As Rollo would in the vicinity, but will not get credited for anything. And that's going to be a 4th down. And just like that, 3 and out here for the West.
We may be a simile, but we like to try to keep it realistic, okay? We like to have the absolute insanity, and I'll tell you what, this has been a great scouting report for watching Benjamin Lucier.
He caught it! He muffed it and caught it. What a play! Even though they're not gonna they don't draw that up, but Williams, good hand-eye coordination, just one bounce like he's playing basketball.
Yeah, good awareness to keep it up and running. I mean, the corner. The 3-star corner is showing he is really out. He's going to be great for Clemson.
Even though I'm sure Wetzel is probably like, "Oh, don't do that again." That one is going to be thrown and intercepted, undercut, and the West, when they needed an answer, they get it from Carson Clark.
Yeah, I told you, 3 interceptions last night for this West defense. They finally get their first one. Maybe this will give Benjamin Lucier and this offense a little bit of life.
So let's see what the West can do with 1:24 in this first half to go. The South will get the ball first to start the second half, and that is not on the same page with the intended target, Jason Johnson.
Yeah, just a little bit of a miscommunication there. These guys don't have a lot of time to practice and get ready for these games, so they may not always be on the same page.
2nd and 10. Lucier to the near side. That's going to be caught. Kai Mills picks up 3. Going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, good job by Kai Mills getting out of bounds and stopping the clock. The 3-star wide receiver out of Whitesboro, Texas, headed to Florida State to be a Seminole.
2 receivers to the left. Kaz stays in the backfield, picks up the would-be blocker on the outside, gives the time to Lucier to find his man downfield, and that is going to be Boone Owens, and I got that one right.
And the first time we're calling Owens' name, he was a big factor for them last night. The South has done a really good job of containing him. I got pause. Full sentence. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. But they've done a good job of slowing him down. But a good job right there by Owens.
Someone's going to clip that just for our responses to all that. And that's going to be caught by Dante Reed for a gain of 11.
Yeah, Johnny, no pause. Good job by Dante Reed stepping out of bounds right there, but a little bit more awareness. He might be able to turn it up that sideline and get into the end zone. I talked to Wookie and what he modeled his player after. He's a Cowboys fan. Dante Reed is supposed to be reminiscent of Des Bryant.
Well, he didn't catch it, so
yes, he did.
I guess
that's
going to be thrown out of bounds. And oof to all the Cowboy fans out there is you got to go another season of saying we dem boys and not meaning anything during the season.
We're always them boys, but it's okay because next year's our year. Next year is always our year.
No, of course it is. 2nd and 10 until week 1 starts. That's going to be thrown out of bounds. Lucier throwing that one away.
Exactly. So when I say next year, that means it's next year, okay? Then 2026 starts. Oh, well, next year's our year. It's always next year.
Always. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Lucier in the shotgun, gets the snap, waist high. Gonna look to the end zone, and that is caught. Toe drag swag. Jason Johnson hauls that one in.
Yeah, good job by Jason Johnson, stopping right at the back line. Looked like it was just a straight vertical route, and the safety just kind of let him go through. Rollo Wood gave up the inside leverage. Baby J, I'm not hiding my tears. I understand what it is to be a Cowboys fan. My wife describes it as a toxic relationship, and that she's here for me whenever I'm ready to leave this toxic relationship. But it's at the point where I'm never going to leave.
Yeah, because why would you?
Exactly, because they'll reel me back in with like a 12-5 or 11-6 season, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah,
and then get
exactly.
beat in the first round.
Exactly.
Yeah, Cade's just glutton for punishment at this point.
You know what? As an in real life Aggie fan after the first round loss, 3 losses in the national championship, a Cowboys fan, you know what? Thank God I have the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, thank God they got Wemby.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you what, I'm excited for the new Spurs basketball season.
This one isn't even done yet. 1st and 10. That's how much Cade is thinking about next season already. That was going to be thrown out of bounds, incomplete.
Again, right here, if you're Cooper King, 41 seconds left, 3 timeouts, especially with your offense, go get the touchdown.
Venom brings up a good point. Blink twice if you're being abused by the Cowboys. That one's going to fall incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. And if the way they play this, the West could get the ball back with at least 30 seconds here.
Yeah, they could, but again, they got to stop this offense. They did it last drive, but they need to do it again.
Well, they stopped it last drive because of an interception. That's a good way of stopping it. Corner blitz, but not able to get over the top as Jay Sharpless picks up 23 in the first timeout taken by the South.
And Carson Clark with the touchdown-saving tackle right there, but a great throw by Cooper King.
Empty set here, trips to the left, 2 receivers over to the right. Barking out some signals as Cooper King posts pre-snap. That one's going to be thrown out of bounds, incomplete.
And Low Boy Blue 3-game stream streak right there. Appreciate you for showing up. Yes, I have been blinking this entire time, Venom.
Yeah, you have. 2nd and 10, as that was going to be thrown away. A busted halfback screen brings up 3rd and 10.
Another 3rd down opportunity here for the West to kind of get them off the field, but the South are in no man's land, Jeff. If they kind of get a little bit of yards here, but not the first, they could go for it.
They could. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't go for it. That was going to be thrown a little wobbler out of King's hand, but it doesn't matter when you have Reggie Hansen streaking down for 35.
Yeah, there's no reason to bother going for it when you get the first down and you're into the red zone. Cliff Booth right there on the stop. Great throw by Cooper King. I mean, it's one of those things that he's been a man on a mission these last 2 nights. He wants to set the league on fire. We talked to Jordan a little bit last night. He says it's finally good to not be on the other side of a Ryan Moreland special. He's trying to model his game after a Hall of Famer.
Or be better than a Hall of Famer.
Exactly.
1st and goal thrown away out of bounds.
And I tell you what,
Or does he become the new Vulture where every time they run an option, the quarterback gives it to the halfback?
It's possible. Jason, new follower. Welcome, Jason07587.
Appreciate that, as we're up to 4,084 followers. As that is going to be a sack. King is sacked in the backfield by Elder.
Yeah, good job by Wolf Elder right there, bringing him down. The 4-star out of Las Vegas, Nevada, headed to Texas.
15 seconds left. The South has 1 timeout left. 3rd and goal from the 15. Thrown underneath. That's going to be caught by Gator Gillespie, but nowhere to go, and he's going to be wrapped up by Red Hawk and company.
And they didn't. Okay, so they did call a timeout. They do stop it with 5 seconds left.
They did. That's a good point by the color analyst on this program. 38-14.
They went hurry up, and I saw the clock going, and then they just line up in field goals. I said, okay, I guess they're not calling their timeout. And
that's
then,
the old
okay.
okey doke.
Exactly.
Or what do they call it? Like not the NASCAR package, but they call it like a hurricane, where you get the kicker and everybody out there when you have no timeouts.
Yeah. I forget what we called it in high school.
Yeah, I think the Bears actually call it hurricane because they ran it one time this year. But that is going to be it for the end of the first half. As Cade, we're going to go right back into the second half. What do you want to see here from the South? They're going to get the ball first.
I want to see the South start running it a little bit more. I need to see Gator Gillespie and Max Archer rack up a lot of carries. Maybe even Rain Hyman right there. Maybe breaking a kick return or getting involved in the carries. But Cooper King and this passing offense have been electric. And at some point, someone in this defense for the West needs to come up with another turnover. You saw it earlier. Carson Clark has one. They need at least one more.
I'd say they need at least 2 more, if we're being honest. But Gator Gillespie with a touchdown, Max Archer with a touchdown. All we need is Rain Hyman for a touchdown, and then it would be a trifecta for the old halfback trio for the South. As Gator Gillespie's in the backfield, and at fullback, who else but Max Archer. Tight end goes in motion over to the right side. That is Wetzel, and he stays in the block too. As Cooper King will deliver that one and caught, and that is a first down.
Yeah, great catch by Reggie Hansen. Juan Fife zipping in from the safety spot right there on the tackle. That is such a deep crossing route, and Cooper King just had all day to throw. See Hansen put his hand up right there, Fife, right when the catch is made, but doesn't knock it out. Yes, there is another game tonight, Buzzard.
Yep.
But this is the only newcomer game of the night. After this, it's the senior game where we get to talk about the seniors from last season.
Why do we have to talk about them? That's the thing, is that one's going to be thrown. They've been talked about a lot as Gator Gillespie picks up 10.
Yeah, great job by Gator Gillespie throwing the stiff arm. Our first Tony 10 of the night. I think they have to be talked about because you know what? One of my favorite players from A&M is a senior, and I get to call Jimbo Hawk one more time.
There we go. There's the old plug for the A&M Aggies. Is that one's going to be caught. Just a curl route by the first down marker by Drake Kirby, picks up 8.
Yeah, if we as broadcasters don't get the opportunity to do a shameless plug, then what's the point?
Exactly. Just like how you can see the West halfbacks over at Virginia Tech this upcoming season coming to a stadium near you. Is that how the plugs work? As Gator Gillespie picks up no gain on the play, courtesy of who else but Red Hawk.
Yeah, Red Hawk just put his shoulder right into Gillespie's face mask. And Johnny, that one I am excited for. I get to call Bob McBoberson Roberts one more time in the league.
2nd and 10. Before they just become a footnote for the rest of time. 2nd and 10. It's it, and it's caught by Hansen at the shoelaces as he picks up 5.
A footnote in the league notes, but they will always be in our hearts. But yes, the last time we get to call these seniors' names on the field. Super excited for that one.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. As just before the pressure gets over, what are you doing? Make the tackle! As Gator Gillespie picks up 3. Oh my goodness gracious!
Okay,
what was he? Okay, nope. There we go.
Where they're trying to dance or take prom photos because they were mirroring it. That's one of those things where you're walking in a hallway at work and you run into somebody and you both want to try to step out of the way, but you both go in the same direction.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, what do we have here?
False start.
Oh. But what a play by Darren Daly. I'm sure that's not what he wanted to do, but you did hold him to a field goal.
I mean, let's not ask why or how, just be happy that it happened, right?
Yep. And Leland in chat says that's why we love Gator. He's just so creative out there.
Yeah, see Venom. Oh, let me squeeze by you right here. That's like exactly what I was going for.
Or like when you turn the corner and like the hallway's kind of long, and then you see that coworker that you just don't want to see at all.
Yeah,
just,
little boy Blue. This quarterback is a generational talent. He's one of the 3 generational talents coming into the CFSL this season. Actually, all 3 are in this game. Generational talent. They're once in a career kind of type of players, and Cooper King showing why he is tonight.
And Red Hawk showing why he's going to be a problem for the Big 12. 1st and 10, Lucier delivers a strike to Owens, picks up 8, just led him a little bit too far to the sideline.
Catch by Boone Owens right there again. Maybe wear a half-size foot smaller, and maybe you're still running up the sideline. Jordan Baker, 15-game watch streak. He says, yeet.
Yeet to the 14 stream streak, because he's up to 15 now. As Dante Reed picks up 16 and falls inside South territory.
Good catch by Dante Reed. It's an immaculate slant route by Showtime right there. Knowing how to run it, I tell you what, he's running it like Cowboy legends Des Bryant, Michael Irvin, CeeDee Lamb. But Dante Reed, he really has to come alive for this West offense if they have any chance at getting back in this game. Currently trailing by quick math, 6, 26, 27 points.
And don't forget about George Pickens.
Yes, we need to expand. Yes, we need to expand.
Yeah, you need to expand George Pickens. Who needs to extend when you can expand him? As that was going to be caught first down. As Donnie picks up 19.
I actually don't have small feet. I mean, I have 12 and a half size feet.
That's small if you're Shaq.
Yeah, but I'm not Shaq.
Well, it's small. It's small to someone who has 13 size feet.
You know what? But it's big to someone who has 11s.
It is. I like where your head's at. Tight end goes in motion to make it 2-2 as Kozlov stays in the backfield, and that one is knocked away by Clifton, who is looking at his hands and then saying, "Oh my Lord, I could have had a pick six."
Yeah, Clifton knocking that one away. But why y'all flaming me? I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9", first off.
Well, see, because they don't want to flame me, they're flaming you. As that one's going to be thrown to the near side, caught by Owen. C picks up 2, 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, Murph, you know what they say about big feet?
Small socks.
Exactly.
Especially if you wear no-shows.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, no-show socks are the best socks.
Nope.
3rd and 8. Oh, yeah, you wear crew like you're a 50-year-old adult male. Dante Reed picks up 21 like you're about to go play pickup basketball at the nearest hoop.
I don't wear crew socks, but I'm a very big texture guy, especially on my leg. I don't know why, but I have to. There's a certain type of socks that I have to wear. They're not crew socks, but they're not below the anklet of my shoe.
So they're quarters.
I think so, yeah.
So Kay doesn't know what socks he buys because his wife buys them for him. First and goal. Yeah, go to the local KB or whatever.
I get them for Christmas, and those socks last me the year. That's all that matters.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That's been the routine since I was like 8 years old. I always got underwear and socks at Christmas.
Oh, that actually really happened to people. 2nd and goal. Split back in the backfield. You got all the Virginia Tech Hokies in the backfield for this one. Lucier underneath. That's going to be a short. Reed picks up 3.
Good job by Dante Reed cutting it upfield. I know Murph's not talking crap about wearing individual socks.
Yeah.
Like wearing socks with individual toes.
I like how that's the only time he came into the chat, not like when we had a joke about him earlier in the game. But we left it alone because we didn't want to hurt his feelings. That was going to be thrown underneath, caught as Spikes with no gain.
A good catch by Tank Spikes, his first catch of the night, but getting thrown out of bounds. 4th and goal. I'm a little shocked they're settling for 3, Jeff.
I hope this isn't a waving of the white flag. It is the 3rd quarter. You got to go for it. And the field goes through the uprights and good. So 41-17. Cade, what's your quick math on this one?
It's a 24-point lead, so it is 3. It does go to 3 scores, but 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions. Yeah, Mike. That's what I got. That was my stocking stuff for every year was new underwear, new socks, and I would occasionally get new socks before football season if I needed them. I would occasionally get new underwear if I needed them, but that's when I got them. That was what we did.
Do you have jean shorts?
I have a pair of shorts, but I don't wear them.
Jean shorts.
Jorts.
Okay. Do you have New Balance?
No, I do not. I have Cloud Tops.
Okay. Whatever the hell that is. 1st and 10. I don't know if that's the old dad shoe now or not. Gator Gillespie.
No, Cloud Tops are like it's something that my wife wore because she works in the medical field. She's on her feet all day, so they're super comfortable
on
for
cloud?
your feet. Yeah. Well, that might be it. That might be on cloud. Yeah, it's on clouds.
2nd and 7. At least we got you into good shoes. That was going to be thrown and caught, and diving for it is Kirby for 30 on the little corner route.
Good job by Kirby right there. I mean, I'm getting flamed tonight. Yeah, no, the underwear stuffed my stocking. I did not get my new underwear after his stocking. No, I do not wear. I haven't worn Velcro shoes since I was in like 2nd grade. Okay.
Where's Velcro 12s? Or would it be Velcro 13s? I hear those are coming out. They're going to be new.
Oh,
it's going to be one Velcro strap.
Why does it not shock me that Murph loves jorts?
Because he's from West Virginia.
That's true.
And he has no taste of style. 2nd and 4. That's going to be Cooper King with a loss of 2. Stopped. Won't be a sack because it was a run play. As Fifth picks up. Fife. Okay, maybe we should have ran through these names.
he's going to West Virginia to wear the jorts with Murph.
Yeah, he is, and he has a perfect name for it. 3rd and 6 here for Cooper King, who's going to airmail this one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Interception by the
Woo!
West.
Scooped up off the floor by Cliff Booth. My goodness. And wow, that was an epic turnover.
Oh. Q, everybody's going to be mad at that one. I can just see the rage in everybody's eyes on the South. Like, oh my God, that was picked off. It was. Because King delivered it into double coverage. You never do that, and you never put the ball on the ground, but it goes out of bounds.
And Ravana Kozlov got absolutely belted by none other than Renee Smith, and that ball luckily goes out of bounds.
What a hit.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, it's generational talent hit. Good Lord.
So they jump higher and they hit harder.
I see Venom. That's not a real fumble. Yes, it was.
2nd and 4. As now Venom's not OP in this one. Jason Johnson picks up 9 and a first down.
Yeah, good job by Johnson lowering the boom at the end of that catch. See Venom in chat. Stop bullying me.
Kozlov, you got to look at number 22 and maybe run in the opposite direction. Thrown underneath, and they're running right at Smith. I don't know why, but Reed picks up 10.
And right at 99 yards, just shy of the century mark, Dante Reed really started to come alive in this second half.
Putting us on notice about when we said that he would have to do something to earn the nickname Showtime. 1st and 10. Lucier has a nice drive starting out so far. There's the truck stick, but then there's Smith at the end of that play to clean that one up.
Yeah, Kozlov right there threw the truck stick and then got easily brought down by Renee Smith. I am excited to watch Renee Smith this season at Tennessee.
3 down defensive lineman here for the South. Lucier to the corner, but it's knocked away, incomplete.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Oh, God, Mike. Yeah. Trips is yes. I'm just going to say yes.
Yeah, when Mike goes at trips, you just got to let it roll. You can't even bring that on the broadcast because we're going to get flagged for something. 2nd and 10. Pressure. Lucier has to get rid of it, but he's going to be sacked as the Wizard is going to be sacked on that play.
And Aiden Hall, the 4-star D tackle out of Birmingham, headed to Auburn. It's a good get for the Auburn Tigers, showing why he's going to be a good force on the inside for them. And Lucier, he felt the pressure. You just got to get it off and avoid the big loss of yards.
So he's got to get his Wizard off?
I'm not even going to, no.
Okay. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. As Lucier scrambles off balance as Smith can't hold on for the interception. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, she's showing she can bring the boomstick, but she can't catch it right now. Had 2 opportunities to catch that one. Couldn't get it done, Trips. Not any amount of strokes I'm inducing are going to give me luck. And Mike says, not with that attitude. Another drop punt.
Oh, good grief. But it's picked up. This time on 2 bounces. So maybe on the next one, it'll be on 3 bounces.
Hey, you know what? How about let's not do it a 3rd time?
Why? You got to show out. It's an all-star game, baby. I didn't know the Savannah Bananas were here.
They could be. The West does kind of look like the Savannah Bananas.
That was going to be thrown. Quirk picks up 14 and a first down.
Yeah, Cooper King, 43 pass attempts, over 400 passing yards. God Lord, man. I'm really glad I'm not in the SEC and I don't have to play him this season.
Cooper King in the shotgun has Gator Gillespie over to his left. 2 receivers to the near side. Play action as that one's going to be thrown away, and fighting another down is Cooper King.
I can't even look at the chat, dude. I can't.
Well, why? No one's forcing you to look at the chat.
But it's right there.
2nd and 10. As King with the okey doke in the backfield on Red Hawk as King picks up 3.
Yeah, Hawk showing he's not as agile as he would have liked to have been on that play. Good job by Cooper King getting any yards.
Yeah, showing how he's going to play for Texas A&M, I guess.
Hey, you stop that.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. King with all day in the pocket, gets it out underneath to Gillespie, breaks off 1, then is wrestled down in the open field for a gain of 2. 4th down coming up, and the South will punt this one away.
Kozlov and Red Hawk are teammates tonight, but they'll be going against each other in week 2 when A&M and Virginia Tech play.
Yeah, I don't know what we did to draw that straw, but Too bad we got to hand you that L.
Yeah.
Is that what the kids are saying?
You know what? The kids are saying 6'7", so I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, 6'7", baby. You got the Riz.
I do have the Riz. Just ask my wife.
I would say no because you're a Cowboy fan, so the Riz automatically goes away. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Lucier, and he's going to fire that one to the corner. Too much, incomplete.
Lucier got to take a little bit off of that one. Got a little excited at the wide open receiver. You know what? I've started 0-3 and made the natty before. I don't know what to tell you.
What's that tight formation here on the left side? Lucier from under center drafts back 7. With the pressure in his face, gets it out, and it's caught. And what a catch by Donnie for the big play right there.
Yeah, great catch by Yohan Donnie. Getting caught right, or getting hit right as the ball gets there. It's a great catch by Donnie, moving them into good position. I'll tell you what, but you see Valente's hyping me up. He's talking to me last night. He can confirm that my Riz is solid.
I don't know why the words that have never been spoken before to you at all until last night, and that was going to fall incomplete.
I have Riz.
Looking to Donnie.
I have Riz. I don't know what to tell you. It's there.
It all comes out in the wash. Especially when you wear the jorts. 2nd and 10, then the Riz is electric. And that was going to be thrown, caught by Owens, and picks up 7.
Mike, sometimes you just got too much Riz. You got to Riz up the bros, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, man. And then the Riz will really go off when Cade wins Broadcaster of the Year this season.
I'm hoping to.
There you go. Tight end goes in motion. Owens will line up on the right side. 3rd and 3. Taking a shot. It is caught. Showtime does it again. He's got 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Dante Reed got behind the defense, and it was a little bit of a high throw by Lucier, but Reed goes up and gets it and walks into the end zone. As the 3rd quarter is ending, and they're going to go for 2 to make it a 16-point game.
They will. 6 plays, 1:05. That was all the time in that 3rd quarter, and they used all of it. 2 receivers to the right, and you got Kaz in the backfield. Short drop, and it's picked off in the end zone, and it is going to try to be returned. And that is going to be all she wrote for the 4th quarter, but for the 3rd quarter, David Yates with the interception on the 2-point try. And from Denver, Colorado, 41-23. Does the West have some more fight in them for this 4th quarter? You're just going to have to stay tuned and find out. And Frosty dropping the batter up 4 times. Gotta love it. You're watching the Cfsl presented by PX1 Sports on Twitch. Don't go anywhere. So here we go. The 4th quarter will commence with the West kicking off after the touchdown and the failed 2-point conversion attempt. And it's returnable. And just shy of the 30, past the 25 is Iman for a return of 23.
I don't know why Valente's talking about my Riz in the DMs, bro. Those are private messages.
Whoa. If you share those, you could get banned, Cade.
I don't want to do that.
So share them. 1st and 10. Cooper King, he's going to try to escape the pocket, and he slides down when I thought he might have had the edge there. Got to take on the defender.
Marcus Sandoval was there, and King kind of did get around the edge, but a little curious as to why he slid there.
Didn't want to take a hit. He's going to save all his ammunition for when he goes to Alabama. 2nd and 8, handoff to Gator Gillespie as he picks up 3.
And Gillespie leveled by Red Hawk, his 6th tackle of the night. 3rd and 4 here. Another opportunity for the West to get off the field and get their offense back on, which has seemingly found its footing.
Somebody asked in the chat, when are we going to learn in short yardage, give it to Kaz? It's going to be a while. 3rd and 4. Cooper King will throw it underneath, and that defense sagged off of Gillespie. I don't know why, but he picks up 9 and a 1st down.
Yeah, one of our colleagues has a saying, Jeff, throw short, you stay short. But that time, the South, they threw it short of the line, and Gator Gillespie got more than he needed.
Look at that, 524 yards of offense, 407 for the West. And the West have done a good job since that 1st quarter that didn't really go their way. Gillespie picks up 3 on the ground.
No, it was what, 21-0, 28-0?
Yeah.
Very early, so it's been a good game since then.
The only thing, West has had to settle for some field goals when the South was putting up touchdowns. And then they settled for field goals late. And a good play made in the backfield, as that is going to be tackled made by Daly.
Yeah, and Max Archer, third carry of the night, but 3rd and 11 here. If you're the South, I mean, you're really not too worried. Cooper King has been balling out tonight.
2-by-2 look. Archer in the backfield. He's going to run a route, but Lucier is going, and it's undercut by Clark, who has an interception, but will get a deflection on his troubles for that one.
Yeah, Clark right there undercut the throw by Cooper King. King needed to put a little bit more air on that one, and it's another punt for the South, giving the West more opportunities to get back in the game.
And remember, coming up 8:30, it is the Senior Classic, where we say goodbye to the senior class from season 24. That'll be 8:30 Central Time for all you wondering if there's another game on coming up after this. But we still got 7 minutes left in this one. 41-23. Can Lucier mount an insurmountable comeback that would go down in history books for this freshman quarterback? Kai Mills picks up 11.
Yeah, good job by Kai Mills, breaking that first tackle, spinning for the first down, and Lucier has really turned in a good performance after those 2 early interceptions.
Rollo Wood with the tackle, already his 5th. 1 tackle for loss in this game as well. Halfback screen is the call as Stacy Smith just hurdled the defender who tried to cut her down and is in there to make the stop.
Yeah, Renee Smith right there, the next in the Smith line, but man, she's just a baller.
Renee coming over, making the new player from Stacy Smith, who we'll see in the next game in the Senior Classic. That was going to be thrown, caught by Dante Reed, picks up 14.
Yeah, Reed 150 yards on the night. He is proving showtime right here on this game. And I tell you what, they're going to have to keep riding that one to get them back into it.
Mike says Trips can become a legend with this if he makes a comeback in the 4th quarter. Wouldn't you say that Trips is already a legend for what he does in League Chat? And that was going to be thrown. Donnie with the fumble, but it goes out of bounds. He picks up 23.
Donnie does catch it on the sideline. A little bit of a bang-bang, but they are going to rule it a catch fumble. Trips is always a legend, but it makes it interesting because Trips was the AD of Oregon when Oregon had that 35-point comeback, and now he's the quarterback of the West. And
yeah, that was against Penn State. I was on the call for that.
I remember I was on the YouTube broadcast when y'all were on the Twitch broadcast.
That was just a wild game. 2 receivers to the right. I have no words for it. Lucier is going to throw it, but out of bounds. It looked like Kaz was coming open on the wheel route.
Yeah, but Lucier was getting pressured in his face. Had to get it out right there before he got sacked.
2 receivers over here to the left, 1 to the right once again. Gonna hand this one off, give it to Kaz, but he's hit in the backfield and met as soon as he hit the hole by Rollo Wood.
And Renee Smith there as well. Yes, Mike, a legend for something other than a floppy hot dog. It's his wiener. It's the wieners, all right?
Cue the Shrek gif. 3rd and 10, Lucier. Pocket starts to collapse, and he's going to be sacked for a loss of 3.
Aiden Hall is going to get credited with it. It's going to be curious to see what the West does. 5.5, a little bit more than 5.5 left. They could go for it, but a field goal here does make it a 2-score game, but I don't hate the decision. They are going to go for it.
So first down is at the 10, maybe just a little bit past the 10-yard line, though the yellow line is not exact. Owens goes in motion to make it 2-by-2. Lucier gets the snap. He's looking underneath, caught by Kaz, who turns upfield and picks up the first down. Razna Kozlov picks up 16.
Yeah, very bold strategy right there by Lucier, checking it down to Kozlov out of the backfield, but he had plenty of room with the man coverage behind, lowers his shoulder, finishes the run, and it's 1st and goal for the West.
But they are taking some time off the clock, so you got to wonder, you got to be in this quick strike ability. Can't keep allowing this time to tick away off the clock. You're only helping the South. Lucier drops back 7, doesn't see anything. He's going to take off and slides at the 3.
Yeah, I don't hate the decision to slide. I would have liked to see him lower his shoulder and, try to fight for that touchdown. But again, like you said, the clock is the enemy.
Line is strong to the left side of the formation. Kozlov in the backfield. Tight end going in motion to balance out the line. 2 receivers to the left. Hand this one off to Kozlov, who's hit and dropped for a loss on the play by Mark Lott.
Yeah, Mark Lott, the 3-star out of Salina, Texas, going to North Carolina. It's a great tackle by Lott.
Trips here to the left. Nobody to the right. Kneel downs in the backfield. Lucier's going to keep it. He's in, fights his way into the end zone as Renee Smith not able to get the tackle.
Yeah, good job by Benjamin Lucier carrying his way into that end zone. Two South defenders couldn't bring him down. They're gonna go for two again. It's currently sitting at 12. The 2-point conversion can make it a 10-point game.
Quick math ability by Cade is on point. Two receivers to the left, tight end going in motion. That's Boone Owens over to that right side as well. Lucier underneath, having to come back for it is Mario Taylor, and they're turned away on the 2-point try again.
Yeah, Taylor was in the end zone, but a little bit of a soft throw by Lucier had him come out of the end zone. So 4.5 left, sits at a 12-point game. The West is starting to fire on all cylinders, offense and defense. Now the pressure is back on Cooper King and this South All-Stars team.
And we'll see. The West defense has been able to get the South into some stops here recently in the third and fourth quarter. And they're going to have to make 2 of them if they want to get the ball back, or if they want to get back into this game. They're going to hand this one off to Gillespie, and he's going to pick up just a gain of 2. Good tackle made by the West defense.
Rex Allen there first to slow him down, and then the rest of the West brought him down after that.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left here. Going to keep it with King trying to get to the edge. And a good swarming tackle by the defense for the West, and a good tackle by Paul Streets.
Yeah, Cliff Booth slowed him down. Paul Streets finished it off, and they are really starting to get it going here, Jeff.
3rd and 6. Empty set. King gets the shotgun snap. Only rushing 3. Pocket starts to collapse. Gonna air it out. King has an arm. Oh! What a score! Touchdown! The South! Oh my goodness, Reggie Hansen!
What a play by Reggie Hansen. What a throw by Cooper King. King said, I'm going to throw this as far as my arm will take me. And right there you see it, Marcus Sandoval in front of the receiver. It was a back shoulder throw to Hansen. Hansen catches it, just spins around, looking like Ryan Williams, and gets the South back into the end zone and back up by 3 scores.
Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing to be considered Ryan Williams, because he has not been much this season.
Well, on that play, he looked like Ryan Williams.
I would say Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, that's better.
And you don't have the injury concerns. And a good return by the West as Jameel Brown picks up 26 on the return. And just when we thought that maybe the West was going to get something, but there's still 3:42 to go. And we have seen fireworks in the second half, and we're about to maybe see some more here. Lucier, you're going to try the halfback screen on 1st down. I don't hate that call, but there's no blocking for Kozlov for a gain of 1.
Yeah, getting the screen on 1st down is actually not that bad. Still gives you opportunities on 2nd and 3rd to get the yards that you need, but you'd like more than 1 on that play.
2 receivers here to the right, 1 to the left. Motioning Owens over to the left side of the formation. Kozlov stays in the backfield to help block. Lucier going to air it out. And a step on the defense. It's showtime. Dante Reed to the inside the 10 to around the 6-yard line.
10th catch, over 200 yards for Dante Showtime Reed. He is the big play guy right now for the West. If you're Lucier, that should be the only guy that you're looking for. And Reed, I'll tell you what, he's going to get clowned on the sideline. Well, unhook that trailer, young man. You might get the touchdown if you're a step faster.
Ooh. They're actually going to push it back from the 6. I guess his knee was down at the 7. 1st and goal. Lucier checking it, but it's incomplete.
And good job by Lucier, just airing it out, avoiding the sack right here. 2nd and goal. You need end zone shots. You're inside the 3-minute mark.
And you know you're probably going to need an onside kick, and you do have all 3 of your timeouts as well. 2 receivers to the left. Lucier underneath, and the little angle route works for Reed for a gain of 7 and a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a great route by Dante Reed. And yes, Valente, that is exactly what I insinuated. And with 2:55 left, it's back to a 12-point game. I wouldn't be shocked if we start seeing onside kicks now.
We'll see.
We did see a successful onside last night. I will say that.
And we'll see if it can happen once again. Does the clock strike twice here? That is going to be recovered by the South inside West territory. Be at the 43-yard line, and now the West will burn their timeouts, try to get that ball back quickly.
Yeah, the South recovering the onside kick there. It was the North squad that did complete a successful onside kick against the South, so they did practice it this morning in preparation for this game.
That's good. You always like to get some prep in before the game actually starts. Gator Gillespie up the middle. That's a good start to the drive as he picks up 6.
Expect Gator Gillespie and Max Archer to get all the touches here right now in this final 2.5 minutes. Juan Fife on the stop.
Well, until the 3rd down play when they just take a shot with Cooper King.
Very true.
Offset I formation over to the left side. They are in the chew clock. They're going to give it to Gillespie, who has a hole, and he's got the 1st down and inside the 30 to around the 36-yard line.
Cooper King doesn't need to take the shots on 3rd down if you don't get to 3rd down.
So now 2 timeouts remaining. Gillespie's going to be hit and dropped. No gain on the play. Bring up 2nd and 10.
And 2nd timeout of the West has been used. We're right at about the 2-minute mark.
I formation. Hand this one off. It's going to be Max in the backfield getting the carry. Archer picks up 5. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Hawk tracked him down from behind. Final timeout used. This one is the game here, essentially.
Minute 58 to go. No timeouts remaining for the West. Cooper King to the end zone, and it's caught by Reggie Hansen. Coming back to the ball and mossing the defender.
Yeah, you called it, Jeff. Right when they get to 3rd down, it's going to be an end zone shot by Cooper King. And who else but Reggie Hansen? Just throw it up to him. Had the big play on the previous drive, and this time they're going right at Marcus Sandoval, and Reggie Hansen just goes up over him and catches it. And it is another touchdown for the South, and that is the exclamation point on this All-American Championship.
The extra point through the uprights and good. 55-36 is the score with 1:53 to go. We'll see what other kind of miracles might be had for the West. Now you need at least 2 onside kick recoveries, which is normally an insurmountable task to get 1, let alone 2. A return shy of the 30 to around the 28-29 yard line will be where the West will start this one. And don't forget, 8:30 is the Senior Classic. Once again, saying goodbye to the Senior 24 class. And that one's sure to be a good one.
And it really is, but let's finish up this one here. I mean, just super excited to see all these guys on their new squads starting next week. But, man, what a slug out by Cooper King and Benjamin Lucier tonight.
Yeah, January 6th, right around the corner. 1st and 10, 2-by-2 look here for Lucier, who gets the waist-high snap in shotgun. Looking underneath, it's going to be caught, and 1st down to Kai Mills. Got to hurry it up now.
And they are going to go hurry up because they are out of timeouts. They got to conserve as much clock as they can.
Back to the 2-by-2 look. Clock is rolling. Lucier gets the shotgun snap once more. Gonna look, trying to look deep, but he's gonna be sacked on the play. And that is Big Tank Vasquez with the tackle.
Yeah, Chad, you saw Lucier right there just trying to air it out as far as he could. He was gearing up to launch it, and they just got there right before he could. Jackson Montgomery, but to spike it right there, 3rd and 18.
Now not looking good for the West. Because then you had to wait for all those receivers that were downfield to come back. Took some time off the clock. 3rd and 18. Lucier gonna air this one, looking for the receiver, caught by Johnson. He is gone. Touchdown, West.
Yeah, Jason Johnson just streaking down the sideline. Credit where credit is due. The West have had their back against the wall ever since that 1st quarter, and they have fought tooth and nail to make this a game. 13-point deficit, gonna be 12 pending the extra points. We're gonna see an onside kick. There is still a chance. Small chance at that, but it is still a chance.
All this streaking down the field, you would think that David Ware is somewhere in chat.
I mean, because we did see a lot of biddies tonight, so it is possible that David Ware's streaking somewhere.
So 1:16 to go, and you know what's coming. Onside kick. Can the West recover this one and maybe turn this game on its head? They definitely have found their offensive stride, but it's going to be recovered by the South and getting it past the 45 to the 44-yard line inside West territory. So those interceptions early by Lucier on back-to-back drives kind of paying and showing their ugly face here in this one as they're down 2 scores.
Yeah, those are going to be the nail in the coffin, the straw that breaks the camel's back. You see Johnny and Chad over 1,200 yards combined in this game. It really shows what the potential is for a lot of these guys, and we're in for another exciting recruiting class to be freshmen this season.
Yeah, a lot of good players out here. Snap it. They'll hand this one off to Gillespie. We did see him fumble earlier in the second quarter, and he holds on to that one.
And Johnny, 200 bits in chat as they're ending trips with 7 bits in chat. Zeros are on the clock in this one.
And there it is, triple zeros on the clock as the South win, and they are victorious in the championship newcomer game.
Yeah, SEC has been put on notice with Cooper King and Gator Gillespie coming in. And I'll tell you what, man, Benjamin Lucier put the Big 12 on notice tonight with how well he can sling it out. It's super exciting. Hats off to the South newcomers. First time that they win the Newcomer All-American Championship game. Hats off to everyone in this game. Super excited to see all of y'all in your brand new threads when you get to your new teams starting on Tuesday, January 6th.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one for Kay Pageant and the best production crew in the business, led by executive producer Mike Peters, associate producer Austin Crow. I'm Jeff Melanition. Thank you for spending your evening with us. We hope you enjoy this presentation of the Collegiate Football Simulation League presented by PX1 Sports on Twitch. Again, the final score here from Denver, Colorado, 55-43. And the first time the South and the West have met in the championship game, and the South become victorious. We'll see you back here at 8:30 Central Time for the Senior Classic as we say goodbye one final time to the senior class of 24. So until then, have a good night, everybody.